Hi friends, it's Terry Stewart, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to my, I guess I'll call it a make and take. I'm actually featuring things that are retiring in the annual 2022 Stampin' Up's annual catalog, the 2022 to 2023 catalog, as well as the mini catalog that went from January to April 2023. So both of those catalogs end on May 1st. So I'm sharing a project with you that comes from those catalogs, that retiring items. So I'm going to turn the camera around. If you get sick, look away because the camera's moving. And I'm going to pop you up here. So you should see my ceiling, my big light, my big head before I can turn the camera around to my workspace. Okay, there's my workspace. Hopefully this is good. I had some trouble yesterday with the camera drifting. I'll try to tighten it up, so hopefully that's where we are today, that it'll be a little bit tighter and no drifting. So, these two stamp sets are retiring, and they're both featured in the project that I'm going to be showing you today. Let me get my laptop going in case anybody wants to say hey while I'm here. Alright, so Dragonfly Garden and Beauty of Friendship, both of these stamp sets are found in the annual catalog here, which ends, it says April 2023, but it's really May 1st. And there's some other items in my project that I'm using, and that comes from this mini catalog that also says April 2023, but it's really May 1st. Some of these items, although they're retiring, they're already gone. They sold out. So let me show you my project today. So it features the Dragonfly Garden, and it's this dragonfly stamps, this image. And then for the sentiment, I'm using the Beauty of Friendship, which is the friendships refresh the soul. I think it's just a really nice sentiment. So in addition to that, we have some punches here. Now this comes from the Dragonflies punch. It is not retiring. And the card base is Coastal Cabana. Now Stampin' Up! Has announced with the new catalog coming in May that some colors are going away and some are coming in. They call this a color refresh. So the retiring colors are, one of them is this color here, this darker color. It's Bermuda Bay. So we have that cardstock and the ink, and on this butterfly underneath I've used Bermuda Bay blends, which is the alcohol markers. And then on top of my Dragonfly, I have these pearls, and they're part of the pastel pearls, and that's an embellishment that's retiring. No longer available after April this year. So let me bring in my my card kit. Now this was a card that we made in my card. Well, actually, it's my stamp club. We meet monthly. And the participants, or the members, they share hostess benefits. So each month, a different person in the club gets the hostess benefit. So the hostess code for April, here it is now. So if you're going to shop and your order is under $150, please use this code because it will benefit one of my hostesses. And I'm sure she would appreciate having a few extra dollars of free things. Now, if your order is over $150, then you do not want to use this code, so you yourself can enjoy all the hostess benefits. And I blogged about this card yesterday. I was actually in a blog hop, and this is the card that was featured. So if you go to my blog at stampinghair.blogspot.com, the link is in the description below. You'll get all the information, the cutting measurements, and everything about this card. So I will hope while you're watching me, either on Facebook or on YouTube, that you would like and follow me so you'll get notified every time I go live or I post a new project. So we're going to stamp this on this DSP. And this DSP comes from the Enjoy the Journey. And I just cut it up. It had all kinds of bright colors. I really loved it. But this one, this pattern with the Costa Cabana, I thought went really well with the Bermuda Bay. So for stamping, we're going to be using this image, as I told you, and some Memento ink. And we're going to stamp a few things. So let me bring in a scrap paper, because I like, when I'm stamping on camera, to use a pristine, or keep my workspace pristine. So I'm going to ink up my, I don't know, these are butterflies, dragonflies. It's hard to really kind of see. Put this out of the camera range. Bring this one in. So I went from about, starting on the right hand side, and I just kind of randomly went up and stamped these, I don't know if you want to call them butterflies or dragonflies. I just went up onto the, from the right hand side to the left hand side. And then I'm also going to stamp my dragonfly, and I have a piece of scrap paper, so I'm going to do him in Memento too. So ink him up. So far my camera seems to be holding steady, so that's a good thing. So stamp that right in the middle, and then on the inside of my card I did also stamp that dragonfly. So let me put this aside, find my white. So let's ink him up. And I kind of had him going a little bit off the paper, his wing. So let's recreate that, because I really like that that look. Okay, and that's all the Memento. Wait, you know what? I have it out. Let me stamp on my envelope. Here it is. Let's do the same thing. Let's put some dragonflies on this envelope. So I'm going to have them buzzing this way. Have one coming from the bottom. And then maybe another one onto this. Well, that's going to impact the return address. So let's put him down this side. There we go. So we got 3 dragonflies on the front of our envelope. And now we are done with the Memento ink. Put that aside and bring in Bermuda Bay, which that ink, as I told you, is retiring. And I'm going to stamp on this inside piece. Now I'm going to bring back these little dragonflies. And they were stamped previously in black ink. I just used my chamois off of camera. And now I'm going to bring them back and stamp them in Bermuda Bay. There we go. So they're very pretty. All right, that's the end of the Bermuda Bay. And put this aside. And oh, it's not the end of the Bermuda Bay, because we want to stamp our sentiment, which is friendships refresh the soul. And I did this in Bermuda Bay because it was a darker color, and I think it really shows well against this DSP, which is Costa Cabana. And let's see if I can get this straight. That looks good. Put it down, give it a firm press, wait a few seconds, and then let the ink transfer, and then that is all the ink. Now I am going to color my dragonfly, and I'm going to bring in these blends. The blends are Stampin' Up's alcohol markers, and I can't remember if I went light or dark. Let's start with light, and if I don't like that, I can go darker. I'm going to take the end off, and this is the blunt end, and I feel like I have more control when I use that blunt tip. And I'm going to get close to the edge, but not too close because these bleed, which is why I have my marker. I brought in my scrap paper just so it doesn't bleed through, because I told you while I'm filming, I do like to maintain a pristine work area. Just one of my little quirks. We all have our little quirks. And I'm just going to kind of go along the outline of the dragonfly. And we'll be covered. I'm going to do a punch out with wings using the dragonfly's punch so it coordinates. Now the dragonfly's punch is not retiring, so I'm speculating that we're going to have another, that there will be in the future stamp sets that will, the dragonfly's punch will work with. So let's get our scrap paper out of the way. Let's bring in, this is the dragonfly's punch, and it punches one large body and one small body. I'm going to put my stamped image in. This is just a scrap paper that was big enough for the punch. There's my dragonfly. Now I am going to punch some wings. So this is some vellum, and I've just cut it because I'm not doing the whole body. I'm just doing the wings. So there we go. And now we're done with our punch. Set that aside. The vellum. I did want to, I need to put my glasses on for this. So I want to show the head and the body. I want them to be uncovered. So I'm going to take my snips and just cut off this head carefully, and the same for the wings. Just come in here and just snip that right off. So this, get rid of those little pieces. I don't even know where the head went, but I'm sure it'll pop up somewhere. Now we are ready to assemble, and for these wings I'm going to be using mini glue dots. I'm going to take one of these, and take your pick. Now I have my spatula in, but that will work, and I just want to fold this glue dot in half and stick it right here in on the body between the wings. There we go. And I'm going to take my wings and kind of fold them in half. And then on that fold, I'm going to stick the fold right down on that glue dot. See, by doing that, the wings are a little bit lifted. Now you can see that glue dot, but we're going to cover that as soon as we get it in place. Meanwhile, I'm going to put some mini glue dots below on the back side of my dragonfly. So we'll put one up here by its head, one on each wing, and just keep going around, and this will lift up our dragonfly from the cardstock base. Now I do want to get one on its tail, so I can cut my own from the edge. Don't want it, just want a little tiny bit, and there it is. And we'll put that right there on the tail. Okay, and set that aside until I'm ready to assemble that part. So here's my card base, and this is Coastal Cabana, and I have scored it, but I'm just going to crisp up that score line with my bone folder. And we can adhere our inside. Now I left this blank, so when I go to send it to whatever friend, I can personalize a message. I think, you know, friendships refresh the soul, and there's many occasions that this could be sent for. Just the thinking of you, it's a birthday, for whatever occasion. So I am leaving it blank. And now my DSP layer, I'll put this on top of my Bermuda Bay. I'm kind of sad to see Bermuda Bay go, but there are a variety of colors coming back. Well, returning colors. So there's one of my favorites, Berry Burst and Lemon Lime Twist. So we have to say goodbye to a couple colors to get those other new colors in. And one of the colors that are leaving is Soft Suede, and that is a color that I have used a lot. So I'm kind of sad to see that one go, but I am happy to see some returning favorites and some new colors. So they're coming with the new catalog, and they will be here in early May. Some of you may have already received your new annual catalog and are enjoying it. There's a lot of fun stuff inside, and I'm looking forward to having those new sets. Okay, and now we can put our Dragonfly. I have to remove all these covers. And you all know I struggle. The struggle is real. I love dimensionals, but those little covers can be a pain for me. I think I have every last one of them in the trash, and then there's an escapee, and I find it on the floor or stuck to me somehow, and it's always a little bit of mystery how they escape. Like, kind of like the socks thing. Where do all the missing socks go? And I'm going to put that Dragonfly down here on the left-hand side, like so. And now we're going to cover up that ink spot, that glue dot. These are pastel pearls, and there were 4 different colors. I've used, I think, it's just about all of them. Well, you can see these darker purples, this lighter purple, we have some pink, and then these, I can't remember what the color is, but they're retiring. So I'm sorry to see these pearls go, because I've had fun with them. So let me slide this one off the spatula right there, and we're just going to put 3 of them onto the center. Oh, there we go. Right down the center, kind of giving his body some definition, a little bit of interest there. And then the 3rd one right there. So they are pastel pearls, another retiring item, and I plan to be posting quite frequently, going live and showing you some retiring items and things I've made with those stamp sets and dies and paper. So keep a watch out, and like I said, you should definitely subscribe and follow me on so you'll get notified, because I hope to do like maybe 10, everyone do a live every day until the end of the catalog, and I would love to share all that with you. Let's get a medium one up here, and maybe a large one. No, another, is it a medium? Small one, little one, let's do a large. So I have all 3 different sizes. Right there. Okay, so that is our finished card. There we go, and we have the matching envelope, because I like matching envelopes. So thank you for joining me. Oh, the camera just drifted down. Darn it. Darn it. I hope you were able to see most of what I did. Yeah, maybe that's a different part of the camera drifting, huh? Like that? Does that help? All right. Anyway, like and subscribe, whether you are watching on YouTube or Facebook, so you'll get notified next time I go live and when I post new projects. Check out my blog where I'll have all the details on this card out there. And until next time, remember, stamping is fun. Bye.